Hi everybody, it's Imogen. Welcome back to Colouring Kid. In today's video I'm going to be doing a background tutorial. I've had quite a few requests in general just to do backgrounds, so I thought I'd start off with a coloured pencil background, seeing as it's the medium lots of people use. I will probably do a chalk pastel background because I do them quite a lot, and then maybe a different type of background or something that you might use as well. But if you do have any requests for anything, I will do my best to get round to them. So yeah, I'm just going to jump straight in and show you the background that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to get the book and show you the background that I did. So in Fairy Miracles earlier this month I coloured a page with a fairy, and you will have seen it in my Computer Pages video if you've watched that. That's really hard to find it when I've done it. Here we go. So this blue background was done with coloured pencil. It might be quite hard to actually see, but all of the background here is done with blue pencil, and I'm going to show you how I did that. It's really simple. You just need 3 colours plus white, and you can apply it to any different colours. If you wanted to do it green, you just need a light green, a medium green and a dark green. It will work exactly the same. So I wanted to kind of go with this one, seeing as I've already coloured a picture with it. Also in another page in Fairy Miracles I'm doing actually I'll show you that. I don't know where I put the book down. So at the moment I am colouring this page, and I used the tutorial that Chris Cheng did, which was her 2020 page that she did in Fairy Celebrations, I think. She put fireworks in the background and stuff. I've attempted to do that as well, but I've done some of the colours that she did. So I haven't done every single colour. I kind of adapted it to what I wanted to do. So I've also got on this sheet below this book the pencils that I used for this background. I'm not going to be showing you the tutorial for this background because it's relatively similar. It's basically the same as the blue one except different colours, but it will all work the same. So the colours that I used for the firework background are these. So I'm going to get them out as well just to show you. So I've got all my pencils here. So let me get them. Okay, so the pencils I used, as you can see here, are Blue Violet Lake, PC1079, Lavender, PC934, Hot Pink, PC993, Cloud Blue, PC1023, and Non-Photo Blue, PC939. So these are the colours that I used for the Chris Cheng firework background, which are going to be exactly the same, which is going to be the exact same principle as the blue background, which we're going to be doing today. So I'm just going to put these away and show you the colours that we're going to be using for this background. So before I actually start the colouring, I'm obviously going to show you what pencils we're using. And for the background that I did, I used Holbeins. Now I know not everyone has Holbeins, and I totally respect that, you know. And also I think with tutorials, lots of people just show one pencil or don't really show the alternatives for colours. So what I've decided to do here is show you the colours that I used in the Holbein, but also alternatives that you can use in Prismacolor. And I think because Prismacolors are quite popular, it was quite a good idea to show what Prismacolors you could use. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit so you can see this a bit more clearly. So I began, obviously it's blue, I got a dark blue, a medium blue and a light blue. So my darker blue was Sky Blue OP324, it probably won't focus, in the Holbein. I think it's because I'm zoomed in, let me zoom out. Okay, so that's OP324 Sky Blue in the Holbein. I think it's probably the light actually with the silver. Then I used Ice Green OP228 in the Holbein. Horizon Blue OP312 in the Holbein, and then Prismacolor white, or you can use the Holbein white. It really doesn't make a difference. I find both of them are really, really good, so it doesn't make much of a difference. Right, then I'm going to show you the colours that you can use instead of the Holbein ones. So, instead of the Holbein Sky Blue, the closest alternative I could find was Non-Photo Blue PC939 in Prismacolor. They're very similar. Non-Photo Blue is a tiny bit darker, but there's really no difference. Instead of the Ice Green, I either found Light Aqua in Prismacolor, or if you want it slightly lighter, you can mix it and layer it with the light green, which is PC920 in the Prismacolor. So as you can see here, if you layer them, you get a slightly lighter-ish kind of look. And then instead of the Horizon Blue, you can use the Sky Blue Light, which is PC1086. And I've just, sorry, let me zoom out. And I found with that one, it's slightly more bluey by a tiny bit. They're pretty much the same. So I hope that's helped if you don't have Holbeins and you're looking for alternatives. I am going to use the Holbeins just so that it's more true to how I coloured it. And we're going to be doing this. I'm not sure if we'll do all of it because it's kind of a bit big, you know, and I can just show you what I did. So I drew this. This is from Joanna Basford's House Drawing Key Wonderlands tutorial book. So I just decided to draw it. Figured it would be quite a nice thing to do. I may finish it in the future, but I'm going to do the some of the background with you. So to start off, I'm just going to sharpen all of these. Some of them are already quite sharp. But one of the other important things about this is that you, which I'll talk to you about in a minute, is that you don't just colour in lines. You kind of have to use a circular motion just so that it's not uneven. So we're going to begin with the darkest colour, which is the Sky Blue, or whatever colour you want. If you want to do this with green, you would need a dark green at this point. So with the dark blue, what you're doing is just randomly placing your colour anywhere. So it's just a matter of doing it wherever you want. I would probably start with picking out a few places where you want a shadow to be. So in this case, I'm going to put a shadow bit here, and you're going to use circular motions and just put a bit on. You're not even going to do that much. Now this paper is quite toothy, so I'm not sure if it's going to work the best, obviously, compared to my colouring books. So I've put down a layer and slightly feathered it out towards the edge so that it's going to be easier to blend in with the other colours. I'm also going to go here because it's underneath the jellyfish, and that will be a darker place. I'm going to put it up here. It's really random. It's just about making sure you have that balance of the colour. And then I think I'll put it here. And on some of the edges, so I'm just going to put it on the edge here. And when you're doing this, you need to be careful that it's not going to look odd having it on the edge, so you want to just feather it out. But it is really random. It doesn't matter where you put it. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit actually, but you can just see, just wait for it to focus. Hopefully it will, maybe it won't. I'm so bad at this sort of thing. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll have to leave it. Sorry guys. So once you've done that, you can then go in with your middle colour, which in this case is ice green. And you don't necessarily have to go over the darker blue. Usually with blending, obviously you might go from lightest to darkest, darkest to lightest, but you might blend in the middle or lighter colour with the darker one. What you're going to do with the middle colour is create some more areas of just placing the colour down. So I'm going to put it on the edge here and kind of merge it a bit with the darker colour, like that. and I'm going to place it alongside this blue, so not blending into it on this side, so I'm still leaving some space, and I'm going to put it here. So we're just going to do a few places. It's not going to be the whole of the picture, otherwise we'll be here for a while. Okay, and I think maybe just a bit up here because then it can blend in. So the idea behind this is that you're still getting a bit of contrast from the colours, so that it's not just all, you know, sometimes with backgrounds you might just go over all the dark places, go around the edge and then fill it in with a lighter colour. This way you're kind of just placing the colour in different places so it's a bit more even. So I did end up actually doing a couple more bits here, as you can see. So there we go. And then you're going to go in with your lightest colour. This isn't the white yet, remember, this is the lighter blue. So then the lighter blue is about blending the colours in. So what you're going to do is go into those feathered areas of your two colours and blend it out. You're going to also, once you've blended it out, you're just going to do a lighter layer in general. So we will do that afterwards. So you're just going to blend the colours out. And for now, just leave it as it is. So I'm blending this middle colour with the horizon blue. And you can even put the horizon blue or the lighter colour in other areas if you don't just want it there. So as you can see here, well, you might not be able to see, it's very toothy, but I've just got some white space here and here. So I'm just going to fill in lightly with the blue, because that's going to be where the white is going, but you don't want it fully white, you still want it slightly blue. So you can just go over that like so. And I'm also just going to put the blue in these areas as well, just to patch it up. There we go. So you can see, again, I've got a white space here, so I'm just going to fill it in lightly. We'll just finish this bit off because we might as well. Okay, we've got some white bit here again, so just going to fill in lightly. So what you end up with is the various colours all kind of blended into one. Now this paper is very, very toothy, so I'm not sure if like how well it will work when we put the white on, but in a colouring book it's absolutely fine. If you're using a fairly smooth paper, even if it is toothy, even if you're using CreateSpace paper, it will be absolutely fine. So now what you want to do is use the white pencil and go in where those lighter areas were and kind of just create a bit of a highlight. So you're just going to not go over everything. You don't really want to go over the darker colours too much because you don't want them to be milky. But you do want to go over those lighter areas. So anywhere where you filled it in lightly and you have got a lighter area, just going to use circular motions and push the pigment into the paper. Okay, so it's still toothy around the darker areas. So in my colouring book, I didn't use a blender pencil because I didn't need to, because it wasn't very toothy. But you can always go in with a blender pencil, and with these bits, I'm starting with the darker colours because they're the bits that are more toothy. You're just going to go lightly, even if the whole tooth hasn't gone. So just lightly, it's mainly over these darker bits. And also the nice thing about this is that the ice green that I've used is quite turquoisey, so it gives a nice contrast between the other blues. So what I would suggest is, if you are going to do this type of background, you really want 3 colours that go together but are also different. So with a green background, you might choose to pick out a leaf green, like a light leaf green, an olive green, and then a standard bright green, just so that the olive green is slightly contrasting, because as you can see, the turquoise works well with this, even though it doesn't go necessarily this darker colour with the medium colour. And then what you can do once you've blended it is go over the shadows with the darker bit again, mainly just on a few bits. It's not very much at all. And then to finish off, you can go in with your lighter blue and just go over a few areas. You don't have to do these final steps if you're already happy, but you can adjust the colouring if you want to do it a certain way. And then if you want to put dots or bubbles or anything like that, or fireworks like Chris Cheng did, then you can. And it's a really simple background, because all you're doing is placing colour down and then blending it together, and then you've got it. So that is the background. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this and it's helped you in some way. That's all that I aim to do on this channel, is have fun, and hope that, you know, if you do choose to follow along or watch these tutorials, that they are helping. If you want some advice on something. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions of videos or things that you would like a tutorial on, please feel free to comment down below. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.